Hello, my name's Cole Anderson. I am a junior in college right now, studying construction management with a minor in graphic design. About 3 months ago, I started an internship with a local company here in Rexburg, Idaho, called Mills Concrete. Now, my internship is about to come to an end, so I thought I might as well make this video to talk about it and explain what I learned from my internship. About 3 months ago, when I started on day one, I came in and was told that I would be doing estimating. And I did not know what estimating meant. And whenever I tell anyone after the fact I do estimating, they also don't know what I'm talking about. And so I quickly explained that estimating is basically just figuring out the cost of things and giving someone a quote. And that's basically, to sum up what I do in a few words, is that I give people quotes. But it's a little more complicated than that, and I'll explain when we get more into it of what estimating is, what I've done on my internship, and how I have learned and grown from that. To start, when I got there, they showed me the software that Mills Concrete uses to do estimates. This software is called Stack, and it's a really cool software. In this program, you can just input numbers or sizes of concrete and things like that, and it will calculate the price for you. And it will calculate how much you need and everything like that, as long as you just put the size of it. So it's really nice and makes estimating really quick and easy. It still takes time to finish out a whole project, but if I were to do the whole thing by hand, it would take forever. So I'm very, very grateful for Stack and all the equations that my company built out for me to use. It's also very similar to Excel, which is another thing that we use in Mills Concrete, is Excel. You can use the same functions basically from Excel and copy and paste them right into Stack and they'll work. So it's really nice that they interchange and mix like that. So on the first day after I learned Stack, well, I didn't learn Stack on the first day, sorry. But after I was shown Stack, then I practiced with it for 2 weeks. In those 2 weeks, it was really a lot of information at once. But I am like a sponge, and I learned to soak it all in and learn quickly because I needed to. We were getting jobs sent in to us left and right, and we had to bid them out and estimate them. But after learning Stack, I also had to learn some things that I didn't expect to, like more of Excel things and functions and also PowerPoint. So the reason we had to learn PowerPoint is because my boss, or my CEO, who likes to look over our plans and estimates after we've done them, needs to know how we got all of our information, where we got all of our numbers from. So with PowerPoint, this is how we can show him how we figured out our numbers, how we quantified everything. And basically, we just take from the plans, we screenshot details and elevations and all these sizes and measurements, and we just throw it all on this PowerPoint to show my boss how my numbers are correct. And with that PowerPoint, he can be able to tell if I did it right or wrong. So it's really crucial and important. And I learned the hard way that you don't want to not do your PowerPoint, because trying to go back and recreate it or try to remember where you got your numbers from is very difficult. So I learned to do things right the first time. You don't want to go back and have to fix things. And that's the same with estimates. Once you send a proposal out, once you give someone a number, it's really hard to go back and be like, oh, never mind, I don't want to use that price anymore. Here's a different one. Because now they can see your old number and they're like, why is this number 100 grand more than your last one? And then you would have to explain that, oh, I forgot to include this, this, and this, and this. And then it looks bad for you. And then they don't want to use you anymore because you left out so much stuff out of your bid and you missed things. And so I learned to have an eye for detail. I learned to look on every single page, read every page of a plan, and to read the whole spec book. There's a lot of things that are not listed in the plans, but are listed in the specs. And they're going to build everything based on the spec book. And so I would look in the spec book, and I'd even just Control F and type in concrete and find anything that mentions concrete in there. And a lot of the times you'd find the finishes for concrete and maybe the additives and all that information, even mixed designs, in your spec sheet. And so that was important to look over. But sometimes there's not all the information in your spec sheet, and sometimes the plans are missing things too. And so where do you find the answers when you have an incomplete plans and incomplete spec sheet? And that is why we email a lot. And we email contractors, and we email the people who sent us the job in the first place. Now this Mills Concrete is a subcontractor company, and so most of the times it's contractors that are sending us bids. And so I'm emailing contractors almost daily to find information about the projects that they're sending us. And we call those RFIs, request for more information is what RFI stands for. So I learned what that meant, and I learned how to submit one of those and to follow up. And after the contractor clarified on some things, then I could complete my bid. And then during our weekly meetings with all the estimators and the CEO, we could look over our bid, or my bid, and look over all the numbers and projects that we have that week. And then we'd send them all out. So I would attach it to an email and send my email to the contractors. Sometimes lots of contractors sent us the same project, and so I would send the same bid to 4 different companies. After sending it out, then sometimes they don't follow up on us, or they don't email me back, so a few weeks later I would have to follow up and email them. And once I got the information, I'd update our company spreadsheet and do all that. Basically, kind of explained what I've already learned so far with all this, but I guess the main, to summarize, to end what I learned, is I learned how to use Excel, I learned how to use Stack, and I learned how to email and how to communicate. I have very well communication skills, and now I have even better ones. I know how to communicate in person, on the phone, and email. And those are the 3 things that I did throughout my internship 24/7 because I needed to. And with all the information I gathered, I was able to make accurate bids and send them off and win jobs. And I also learned that not all of my questions can be answered. Sometimes projects are so early on that even contractors don't even know the answer. So you have to assume, which really sucks, but once you do lots of projects like I did, you can now assume things and be like, this is our average price or our average numbers for concrete. So that's what I did. This was a great experience for me, and I can't wait to do another internship just like it. And thank you.